Stormbolt to follow up. Ake spamming the bolts, and this should be your first blood. They'll hand it over to Sven. Loda swings him down, and there's your first blood drawn.
Perfectly executed from Alliance. Even though it was right under the tower, it was just plenty of disable to work with and burst, and they timed it just nice so Loda could swing in with that extremely large sword and just kind of get that first blood benefit. You know, a Sven DP matchup, not always the best, but that definitely helps.
Yeah, certainly so. So, Alliance has been introduced to Dire Sign. That's all you, Mr. College Guy.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Kompas.Gaming is your Dire Side team, by the way, and it is going to be along the top lane here. We got PSM. He's going to be playing your decked out Iced Naga Siren. Just as said, it's going to be Art's going to be playing your Slark. Along the bottom lane down here, we got Gorek playing your Clockwork in the mid lane, who was taken down. It is Mr. Afro Ninja? You told me this before, I already forgot. What is it?
Well, it's very close. There's just no R. He doesn't have an afro, it's just Afro Ninja.
Afro Ninja. Of course, that leaves Goddamn playing your Enigma.
I love this guy. I love that. But he will be able to get off the mirror images, and oh, he ignites the illusion.
Ooh, nicely.
Crafty.
Conveniently puts, yeah, I like that. He puts himself next to one of the illusions and has one of the other illusions go off elsewhere, making, or fooling rather, Alliance into thinking that was the optimal target. So
I like that.
He manages to slip away from that one right there. Clockwork, not a level 6 just yet. Might have gotten a lot more done, obviously, in that top lane. Now level 6, though, and has that hook shot ready to go. But getting a hold of Chetsy on this puck is going to be a whole different story.
Yeah. So again, glancing at the gold advantage, going the way of Alliance. The top tower was denied by the Death Prophet, so that is good news for KPG, really limiting the income there. Misery finding some solo farm in the mid lane is Loda, looking for some runes perhaps. Will be stuck on an empty bottle and just comes back to farming in the mid lane. Jesse sold pretty long ways from a Blink Dagger, and Bulldog, he's found his level 6 and just going for the standard Vladimir's offering. Nothing too crazy, but look at how active these supports have been. Ake and Misery are just non-stop aggressing. Really on the Appanuche in particular. Look at
Get that Death Prophet. Get that son of a bitch as they roll in. Stormbolt to follow, and it's just a slaughter as they take it down again. Death Prophet struggling now. 1-4 this game, just not having an easy time. And you know what? I mean, I didn't call it out in the draft.
That's the only hero they've killed. Well, 4 out of 4 kills, all on the Death Prophet.
And if it was last patch, that would have been the only hero that actually matters. So, you know, clearly just struggling this go-around. And I actually didn't call it out in the draft, but, you know, getting a Sven going against a Death Prophet is just worked out very nicely for other teams. EG was one of the teams to benefit of this. I believe it was in their WPC run where they ran it in the finals against Cloud9, and the heavy burst is something Death Prophet has such a hard time dealing with. Plus, he gets to build out the extra armor. And Death Prophet's ultimate, of course, not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Happy to have that game sense to pull back as they do see the rotation. They have the ward by the river there coming their way, but they're looking to make a rotation themselves. They got their own smoke pop. Chessy with that Blink Dagger and Coil. If he catches anyone out, this could be very, very nice for him, but not going to be so lucky. Kompas.Gaming have already retreated from that bottom lane.
Yeah. Not enough. Interrupted right away as the puck comes in and Jesse just drops the hammer. McGee falls off on the backside, but now they'll lose their Clockwork. PSM falls to the Mystic Flare. Arts will find him double kills. He brings down the Skywrath, but Alliance, they'll be okay with that trade as now Arts will get initiated on by Chessy. Has himself a thing to get away with, but Appanuche, he will not survive. Bulldog. The Rabid Rabies get ejected, and they secure the tower kill. Sven gets the last hit.
Jesse, what a jerk. Just, it looks so promising. KPG's like, all right, boys, we got the song. We're ready to plant down the biggest black hole you ever seen. Chessy just jumps in and goes, nope, see ya. And just secretly denies. Oh, damn, wants to get the hole.
He's off to the side. Same story, different chapter. They'll interrupt it again. They'll get the kill on Gotham. Now Arts gets silenced off to the side. They'll also lose their Death Prophet in the fray. Arts gets stunned. Mystic Flare to bring him down. And will it be enough? He manages to get off the Shadow Dance. He'll pounce into the tree line. But they're in hot pursuit. The 4-step forward for Misery. He's got no TP, nowhere to go. And it'll be a 3-0 as Alliance. Chessy with the big plays. You saw him just positioning on the tree line.
Oh, got him, dude.
So beautiful.
Or got him. Can't find that big wombo combo kind of a moment to follow up the sleep with a big black hole. Time and time again, he recognizes that Chessy is just onto him. Getting good position, waiting on the sidelines, and just simply dropping the coil and following it up with a great set of silence and orb damage, and it just kind of blows up as Kompas.Gaming's face. So now they segue themselves into the Roach Pit and battle it out with the big one. As I imagine they're going to get a hold of Aegis and just kind of propel themselves that much further.
Alliance here. Clockwork will hook shot in, but it could be YOLO. He'll come in, Blade Mail on, doing a lot of damage to Ake, getting clipped down by the Bulldog. Got him on the high ground. He'll get off the Midnight Pulse, brings down Ake, but now the rest of Alliance in the kind of retreat mode. Aegis the Immortal was picked up by the Lightning, so if Loda goes down here, he won't be coming back to life. He is out of mana, no bottle charges, does now just have enough for the Storm Bolt, but doesn't matter. He will fall, and KPG find a couple of recovery kills after the Roche goes down, but still a very small consolation following that huge.
Everyone alive, and they get the first kill on the Ake. Looking to retreat back right now, but there it is, the Necro Book going to town. They take down two. Chessie on pursuit takes down the Clockwork here, and the song just comes a little late, but manages to catch up Bulldog, but doesn't quite see it. There it is.
Loda's here,
sees him there.
Side. Arts will jump on the Bulldog. Again, he's the Aegis carrier, still has the standing. Now Bulldog comes in, goes straight onto PSM. The Wolves chopping him down. Bulldog stands his ground. The life still enough to keep him alive for now. That's the Aegis proc. Now Arts in some trouble. They'll try to make the escape. Still has the Shadow Dance available, but they'll dive it. And they won this. Loda taking a lot of tower shots, maybe fighting off more than he can chew with this one. Looking for the AoE stun on the creep. A noble effort, but it's not enough. Now he'll go in onto Misery. Will cleanse himself with the Dark Pack Force Staff from Misery, and it's a monster kill for Bulldog. A full team wipe on Kompas. Cost Alliance a little more than they would have liked, but still a favorable team fight and a black hole on cooldown.
They really need to be able to take advantage of this. Gore gets bursted down, but they managed to take down the Exorcism, showing why it's such a fantastic ability on your Death Prophet. It doesn't matter if you're able to take her down significantly in the early game. The point is that once she gets that Exorcism up to level 3, it can just rip through you like nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. The two targets in the black hole were BKB'd, but that doesn't slow down the Death Prophet all too much. The damage coming out was a little slow going, but locking them in place long enough where they weren't doing damage to KPG. Sure, they lose their Clockwork and the Enigma, but still a 2 for 3. They'll get a tier 2 tower out of it, and KPG actually taking the lead here. 2,500 gold, 2,500 experience. I believe Roshan has respawned. It sure has.
Thinking what the next game plan could be right here is they want to continue to push on forward and add pressure, adding it from the top all the way to the bottom as those creeps from the top, the hindered side base. Adding pressure is Ake. Will have to try to thwart it himself. But here they go. They're going to high ground. The Exorcism is going to pop in the early fortification here. They get a nice multicast here on Arts, who's forced to double back in the meantime. But those ghosts already going to work. They can't really stop it. They're doing the slow game right here. There's one down. Got him waiting in the back. But yeah, Arts jumps right in, wants to go to Loda. There's your song to try to set things up here. Loda gets taken down. No buyback for him. Black Hole catches out on Bulldog. They're going to be able to burst him down quickly, and no, they can't quite get him down. Yeah, they can. So that's 2 takedown. This is probably going to be it here. Slark does fall, but he buys back. Should be able to come back in. Your mid-set racks are going to fall here, and Wolf for Kompas.Gaming. Looks like they're going to end the run of Alliance.
Wow, so that now pushes Alliance to 5 bosses, and still a chance at making the top 4, but now they cannot afford another loss if they want to have a chance of going to the land finals in StarLadder. Things really heating up towards the tail end of this group stage as we have just under a week left of gameplay. What a game, Coddle Guy. Kompas.Gaming with the upset. Death Prophet, she's here, and she's not going anywhere. She is still strong as ever, even after that ridiculous start. Alpha Ninja was like 0-7, and still the recovery to end up taking down the barracks at the end of the game. I think Slark is the hero for this one, though. 14, 4, and 8. Arts just doing so much work.
Yeah, fantastic performance coming out from Kompas.Gaming. Even though it was such a struggling start, they kind of stayed cool, calm, and collect. Felt very strong about their team fight, and it just paid off right there. Death Prophet and that Exorcism, man. Do not underestimate it, and I think Alliance might have in a couple of those fights. They quickly got shredded apart, and it was just enough for Kompas to inherit that extra bit of bounty, propel themselves much more forward, and next thing you know, their base was falling.
Yeah, Loda he had such a good farm to start things off, and then things just took a nosedive for him. Into the game, all he had was a Blink Dagger, BKB, and Mask of Madness, aside from his bottle and magic wand. So towards the end, his farm just wasn't there compared to the Slark, who had Basher, Scotty, Butterfly, and a Shadow Blade. And that's the momentum power of the Slark right there.
Yep.
But we will have a long break, about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes or so, and then our final game of the day, Alliance versus HellRaisers, is scheduled to start. So get a little lunch break, then we're coming on back, guys. Please join us for the conclusion of today's StarLadder EU coverage.
Thank you much.
Yeah, how nice for him. It's a little bit of extra experience, and the bounty runes are actually great on offlaners as well as support. So that is who's coming in from the side.
Is immune, moving to a custom shot. There's your burrow strike. This could be your first blood, and there it is. It's Yoke. Picks it.
13, 14 last hits, half of what the Death Prophet has from the mid lane. And in the 1v3s, you'd think that they'd be able to farm a little bit better, but pulling into the towers and the presence of the offlaners.
Uh-oh, quite irritating, but Bulldog, he's in some trouble. Dubas connects with a stun.
Immune up on the high ground. They don't have the damage, and Bulldog
now as they leave the starting line.
They're off to a great start. The Death Prophet that we parked on so much will be on to a fast Yules. May look for a drum stop off, but Yoki will get converged on. Misery TP's out, but there's Fat Rider coming over the tree line. That's the last one from the Bulldog. Now Yoki will get drug into no man's land. He's got a duel ready, does a lot of damage to Misery with the overwhelming odds to get things started. Just looking for the duel, free damage coming out right here. He should have enough to bring him down. Winner, winner. He'll grab some bonus damage now up in the top lane. Yoki will come in, he'll find Ake. One more auto attack ought to bring him down. It's Dread with the double. They find some vengeance for their...
Pull out the duel, jump in. Kenji does get off the ultimate just in time, but it might be the end of the road for him. Oh, not enough for him bonus damage, however, though Kenji does go down. His preferred to move in, stun's not going to quite be there, but does catch the Razor. Their Link only briefly. Oh, they end up taking down the... They need one more bit of damage and they get it done, and they're also going to follow it up potentially, and they get Misery down as well. A very, very low Skywrath mage does manage to escape the tail-to-tail, but it's very good for... Oh, nice jump through to catch out Bulldog here. Dread going toe-to-toe. Kenji jumps in with the Poison Nova, but also with an ultimate to jump in is the Sand King, and they take down 4 for none.
They'll get cleaned up, and look at this. The throne. She's still alive, Coddle Bro.
HellRaisers, they don't care to tap out. They're going to go to the bitter end.
They're in it to win it. Looks like they did read the patch notes after all, and they're like, guys, we got recovery gold. Look at the graph. Well, actually, maybe not, but they're plateaued at least. Well, might be time for a dad joke here. I'm not really sure what else to add. I hate to call him too soon, but I think it's over. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any way that they can come back from this one. Even if Alliance get full wipe, Lotus still has a buyback.
It'll take about 2 or 3 full wipes and some severe 3-2-2 action if they wanted to get something done. Misery sneaks in, grabs up that burrow strike.
Look at Loda, he's sending these illusions in.
Look how much work it's taking just to take down one illusion here in the bottom lane. All the creeps, the Razor, and Sand King came and really get it done.
Yeah.
Rough stuff.
Rough stuff indeed.
No heartbreaking here for HeartRaiser, or HeartRaisers.
HeartRaisers.
Hard shot to him, I guess, is...
Misery, he's going to get caught out. Alliance, they're feeding away some pretty serious deaths, but look at this, Loda. He says, Song of the Siren, tired of this, I'm ready to go out and do something else besides play Dota. Oh, my Naga babies! And they will not make it to the throne. This is some pretty serious defense here. It's Dread. He makes it happen.
To go out like men, all right? We're going to hold the homeland as long as possible. Throne may be down to 1,200, but we're going to keep on fighting.
This is like the captain of the Titanic reincarnated in 5 Dota players. I go down with the ship. I will not get in a lifeboat, and I will not tap out early.
You're disgusted by your Naga Siren, and we will make you work the bitter end if you want this.
Yeah, that's probably something. I'm sure that's what Dread's saying right now. Okay, so BKB, looking at the graph, actually, they have 5,000 spike off that. That's
please.
Pretty,
It's not happening.
All right, well.
And I hate to just put it so bluntly, but
we'll see. A lot of buybacks on the dire side are on cooldown, except that of Loda. He does have 10,000 gold and BOT, so even if they kill him, they push out and force the buyback. He can just TP into the base and just destroy their throne. That's always an option.
Yes, the creeps going in.
Right.
Yes, I'll make it to the throne. There's illusion once they get it. You can't stop me. Oh. Nope. It's shut down right before the one swing in.
Yeah, 1,000 hit points on the throne. It's taking heavy damage as the illusions just keep coming. They just keep coming. It's like a nail that never stops.
Radiant's Ancient is
static link on the illusion, getting as much damage as possible. Come on, baby.
I think Loda's still winning the race. It keeps getting slowly but surely ticked down.
12 to now 900. Molasses right here.
Yep. Molasses going uphill.
okay, I mean, what has been the average game time for us today? It's been at least
60.
I feel like
60
an hour
plus
game.
Every mod has been over 60 minutes.
Red caught out, kidnapped up, picked up by the Gonger. They pull him right in. The damn game's coming out full force. There's their net. Red desperately pulling out the blade now. Holding Girl is strong right now. Get those familiars. Felt blasted down immediately. He's done for Red feeling.
Slice up the bacon.
No more buyback for him. 80 seconds before he's going to be back in the living earth. And really, as far as damage goes, Death Prophet with Exorcism on hold here. Maybe hoping the hold is strong. Raid stepping off the hydroponic gate, doesn't really care, wants to stop before they get in the face. Get the hell back!
Goes close.
Get off my lawn!
Hell take down.
Get off my lawn!
He'll bring him down. Now Bulldog takes some damage and lose the Sky Wrath, but Art Style. Beast, Loda, he drops the hammer. Meanwhile in the base, Yogi.
There we go. There we go.
Get that Bulldog off his leash.
What a work for it. That was like 10 minutes of like a slow, painful, torturous death of them just fighting for their life.
That was painful. That's like it's like the end of the Civil War, man. You're just walking around the battlefield, all these people with mortal wounds but haven't died yet. They're just slowly bleeding out. Got to walk through and just...
I guess you just got to put them out of their misery.
Whoa!
Oh, we got to be done for today.
Yeah, it's been a long day here, folks. But Lions stand 3-1, and that's great news. They're still in the running for the top 4 as we get towards the end of the StarLadder Group Stage EU. I'm Zayori. Joining me today is Coddle Guy at Zayori TV, at Coddle Guy, and at Beyond the Summit. To follow us on Twitter, but we'll be back tomorrow.
Thanks so much for hanging out and supporting as always.
See you guys tomorrow.